call will be recorded.
Oh,
Oh, I can't hear you. Hang on. I've got to switch my audio. Crudola.
oh my gosh. Always a hot mess.
Yeah, but no one's home. Now try me.
Hello.
Hello, now I can hear her.
Look at you and your tiara. Oh, crap. I should have got mine.
I just wanted to be fancy. Oh, crap.
You know, Mr. Rogers used to have a saying, and he would say, some people are very fancy.
I think I know what he meant.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You're looking beautiful today.
Thank you. You are too. You look radiant as always.
Thank
Good
you.
to see my girl.
I'm drinking water.
Uh-huh. That looks like a blue moon water. Oh, even better. I'm drinking my water.
She's really drinking water. They're going to think I'm a damn wino every time I'm...
So, should we tell them what we're doing?
Yes. Hey, y'all. I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and this is...
Ember Honey Raven, the Big Fat Witch. Hi!
We've decided to do a Skype interview session, so you'll see us side by side, and answer questions and talk a little bit just about shit.
Yes, and we thought, depending on how this goes, that we might do this on some type of frequency basis.
True. Y'all might have to put up with this more than once.
Yeah, you might have to put up with it. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we were kind of saying this could be something we do on a monthly basis or a bi-weekly or whatever works. But yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, we're going to hit you with our best shot, right? You know what? Before we start, I want you to tell them about your freaking contest. Okay, seriously, y'all. Okay, look, if I wasn't Arwen's friend, I'd be entering. Okay, but I don't know why that sounded so nasty. I want to enter Arwen's contest.
I'm good with that.
Nasty. This is why we've been friends, y'all, because she is a nasty person, and I love that about her. No, she's having a wonderful contest, and again, I would enter if I was not her friend, but I'm not going to be greedy and take all her love, but she's got some really good prizes. Please tell them. Please tell them.
I have, all you have to do is watch last Sunday's Taroscope contest video to see how to enter. Pretty easy. Be a subscriber to my channel, and then make a comment and share the video, or share your signs video. I've done all 12 signs in individual videos, which people are loving much better.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And you're going to win either, the first person gets to choose either a half-hour reading with me, or, can you imagine, I had this right handy, the Tarot Fool Bag from Baba Yaga. It's a, it's Baba Press, but it's a bag, so you can wear it.
I might want that now.
It's pretty cool. And they're the ones that do, among other things, the fabulous Alice in Wonderland tarot.
That tarot. Can you even still get that tarot?
I think you can. It's pricey.
It's pricey, but it's so worth it because that tarot, I've looked at photos of it online and it's amazing.
It's
like truly, that's on my wish list.
Truly gorgeous. In fact, here's our card that I just pulled for us.
Ooh, look at that. Page of Cups, the fish. Uh-huh.
I love it. Fish looking at the door.
I like it. Hello. I will say, too, that I told people this in my video, but either one of those prizes would be amazing. I'm just saying that is an amazing tarot bag, but I'm very partial to Arwen's reading, so I'm just saying, if you are second in line and someone chooses the bag first, then the reading, to me, I would pick the reading myself because I'm partial. I've had readings by Arwen and I find them extremely valuable. So I'm just saying.
Well, thank you, honey. I actually just read for somebody who found me through you. She said she'd been watching you for a couple of months, and then about a month ago found my channel, and she's very inspired by both of us and wanted to send along her love. So.
Oh, nice. Well, whoever that is, thank you for the love. We will take all we can get. Sweet. So Samhain.
Samhain.
Samhain. Do you want to answer the question first? Look at you.
Yeah, let's answer. Let me see if I've got the question pulled up. Do you have a question written down? Because I can't find them easy.
Hold on a second. I'll go back. Gosh, I don't even remember what video that was on.
You
know what? I remember one. Oh, looky there.
I know. That's the only way I can look at my monitor. Stop.
I remember, I think it was several weeks ago, or maybe it was while we were on vacation in Vegas. Arwen and I, we were kind of in presence with each other, and people really responded to the energy that we had in that very first video that we did. And we appreciate that because I kind of feel that way when I'm around a lot of people, but I've seen other people who are friends kind of banter with one another, and I'm always so delighted when people, especially women, connect in a way that is really genuine and heartfelt.
Yeah.
So I love that, but people were kind of like, hey, we want to see more videos of you and Arwen, and we're like, well, we will oblige, because any reason we have to spend time with each other, we're all over that. But we said people could ask questions, and so they did, and now we'll answer them.
So I actually have the questions up. I have Draven Luck. I think he was the first one.
Draven is awesome, too. Draven is a new subscriber to me, but I love the energy of Draven. Love the name, too. Isn't that great?
Yeah. I'm into anything draconic, so I like it a lot.
Well, yeah.
So his question is actually about you two. It's not a magic question, so it's interesting. He says, a question for you to ask each other. What was the defining moment that led you to the decision to start making YouTube videos?
You know what? You go first. You had YouTube videos way before I did. You guys, Arwen is Arwen will not brag on herself. She's like crazy humble, and she won't talk about her own stuff. And Arwen's been on YouTube forever. She's done taroscopes forever. She's done tarot. Look, I'm making her sound old. I'm like, y'all, she has done this forever. But no, she's been on YouTube way longer than I have. So what made you decide to do videos?
I think it was the idea of being able to show people a deck. Like, I wanted to say, this is a cool deck. I love this deck because it's black and white, but it's hard, all I could do is put up 2 or 3 pictures on a blog post. But when I do videos, I can go, look, the Hierophant.
Yes.
Or pull a different card and show you, I can't see what it is. Oh, strength. Show you the cards that way. And it felt better to me. And as a reviewer and somebody, when I want to buy a deck, I want to see.
Yes.
As much as I can. And I like it. I
was going to say, for people that don't know, Arwen has got a ton of tarot reviews on her channel. So if you're curious about decks, she's got probably every deck that's ever been made. No, she doesn't have every deck. She has a lot of tarot decks. So she's got a lot of reviews up. But also, if you guys are curious about a deck, drop her a line, and she probably has it or has seen it and can do a review or show you what it looks like.
Yeah, so, I'll take requests. In fact, I've got the Deviant Moon, the borderless, and the bordered editions up, and somebody wanted to see the Wildwood, and I've also got the Greenwood, which is what the Wildwood.
Yeah, the mate to it.
Different. So I'm going to do some comparison stuff for folks. But that's really what led me to YouTube, and then I kind of fell off of YouTube because I'm a peacock personality. If you've ever done that bird thing that you do for work all the time. Are you a dove, an eagle, an owl, or a peacock? Well, I'm a peacock, damn it, and I want to be looked at. I wasn't getting any feedback, so I went back to the writing style. Right. And that's really why I went back. And then the decision made to get back on YouTube was this crazy redhead friend of mine. You may know her.
Let me guess. She called you and said, get your ass back on YouTube.
Pretty much, yeah. and when Ember says get your ass back, you get your ass back. It's just safer that way.
Because I won't shut up about it.
Right? It's like every time you pick the text, have you? No. But
are you getting feedback now?
I am. I'm really enjoying it. The people who are watching now are great about leaving their comments, their opinions. If they didn't connect with, like, there was a deck that I just didn't connect with. Pretty Art didn't connect with it. one person said, well, look at this part of it. And the other person said, yeah, I liked it, the art, but I didn't connect with it on a tarot basis. So lots of back and forth. And I try to respond. I haven't been as good lately because
it's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot. It really is. And I have a husband who actually likes me to come out of the office sometimes.
Imagine.
They're kind of strange that way. They expect dinner and interaction. He's watching TV by himself right now. He actually likes that, so that's a good thing. And he said to say hi to you-know-who, so.
Oh, well, you guys, her husband is totally fabulous. And her husband and my wife are really not allowed to play together very often because they're dangerous together. They do things. They buy things. They make things. They plot things.
Yes. Let's just say that driving to Las Vegas, we went past something called Knife City.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We went in, and I heard, well, do you think she's like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that was not discussed in Vegas because my wife and I would have had to have made a road trip.
I was going to say, we could have put them in the car and said, y'all just come back whenever.
Yeah, we'll just drop them off. Well, I'm glad that you're on YouTube, and I know that other people are too, and I think that your channel is amazing. And I think that I agree with you about the comments. I think that it's so good to be able to interact with people and just to get new perspectives on things and just hear people's opinion on how they experience something.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's been the best of it. And I've met some great people through you. I've met some I'm going to mess her screen name up. Cat with Magic?
Cat W Magic, yes.
Yeah, I love her channel. I really do. She's so there.
Yeah, Diane is like, I'm telling you, I feel like if we ever met her in person, she is a home girl from the old school. She's just real. She's a girl that you could have a beer with and laugh, and she's got a sense of humor, which I love. Yeah. Diane's amazing.
Yeah, and I've made connections with tie-dye from you and with for Nadia from Lady Jane's.
Nadia, yes, yes.
I just had to buy some stuff from her because I looked, I was like, oh.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, she just sent me a Morgan candle. Girl, this has got a pomegranate base to it that will not quit. It's an amazing candle. She is a craftsman. Did you get incense from her? Please tell me you did. Okay. Let me know what you think when you get it. You're going to love it. You're going to love
some Samhain and then something else. I don't remember what else. But now let's bounce back to you. What made you get on YouTube?
I got on YouTube. I was watching videos, and it was December of 2013, and I was at home. We were iced in. It was really snowy. I couldn't work, couldn't go anywhere. And I got on YouTube because I had been reading The Big Blue Book, Raymond Buckland, and there was something in there about spell crafting. And I thought it was part of the incense, herbs, and brews, section where he was talking about making your own stuff. And I thought, I wonder if anybody's made that and put it on YouTube. And I started looking on YouTube and searching, and I found Lady Grave Dancer's channel and wore myself out watching her stuff. I found there were several other people that just had a ton of videos up, and some of them aren't around anymore, unfortunately. Like Tiptoe Chick, she doesn't make videos that much anymore, but she had she's Wiccan. She had a ton of videos up. There were people making videos on tinctures and herbs and stones and crystals and tarot, and I was just like, oh, and it was like, days of staying up and watching, and I just thought, you know what? I was watching the progression of people's videos. Like some of them had videos up for 2 and 3 years, and you could watch the progression of their practice.
Yeah. And
the things that they had learned, and you could see how they built upon those things. And I thought, fuck, I'm going to do that. I'm still, not new in a way. I think I've always practiced and didn't know that's what I was doing, because you know me, Arwen, I have been atheist at heart, and I have said I'm not into the hula doula for years. And all of a sudden, I've always saged, I've always salted, I've always done certain things. And then I realized, oh shit, I've been practicing the hula doula for years. And it's like, I guess I get to eat my own ass now because, I've just been like, but I thought, you know what? I want to document my own path. I want to connect with people, but I want to be able to look back in 10 years on all these videos and see how far I've come. And I started putting videos up and making connections with people. And then it just opened up this whole new community for me as far as friendships. And I have met some fabulous people, really genuine, educated, smart women who they're healthy, you know. And I just thought, yeah, this is where it's at. So I'm here and I'm not going nowhere.
Well, that was a great question, and it made me think, because I've looked at your channel and I've gone back, and some of your videos are hard for me to watch, and you know why. They make me sad. But hang on.
I know. You guys, Arwen, I'm gonna talk for you. It's okay. You guys, Arwen has been in my home several times and actually came to my home, and it was her birthday. The first time you came, remember? We had just moved into our home, you guys. We had done nothing to our house. We had, our house was ratchet as fuck. And I invited Arwen because I knew she wouldn't give a shit. I'm like, girl, step high, because, we had boxes that weren't even unpacked. And it was the first time that she had met my Gracie. And they had a really intense connection. Like, Gracie really responded. And I remember Arwen was like, she's a smart girl. And I'm like, yeah, she is. And Arwen's like, no, let me show you. And remember, you taught her how to whisper. And my dog, in the space of 30 seconds, learned the difference between a loud bark and a whisper. And she would, versus, and it was amazing.
Yeah, she was one of the neatest animals I've ever had contact with. And she loved me until she met my husband. And then I didn't exist.
And once she met your husband, that was that was all she wrote. Nobody else existed when your husband was around.
He's got a real connection with animal and kids. He's really good that way.
Well, and this is one of the things, I've always loved your husband, but this is one of the images I want to tell people about. So your husband came to the home with you during, we were getting ready to go to another event, and we all met up here, and we had a stray cat. He was a boy cat, and we named him Toucan Sam because he would eat 2 cans of food, and he was a fat ass. And he was a beautiful cat, but I just didn't want him around because he was kind of territorial with my front door around Gracie, and I'm like, you cannot be doing that. But I looked out, and your husband was kind of walking around outside, and I looked out, and her husband, who is a beautiful, beefy man that's just all man, had this Toucan Sam kitty cradled on his back and was holding him like a baby, walking around the yard cooing to him. And I thought, okay. Her husband is an extremely gentle man. I mean, he's firm. I mean, he knows who he is and he doesn't put up with shit, but he's a gentle, kind man. And that's one of the reasons I fell even harder in love with him, especially for you, because I was so glad that you had that kind of man,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
And his animal love, it's actually kind of a detriment because we're both animal lovers. And so, when we married, we both had animals. We've got 10 animals right now.
But they're lucky animals.
They are very lucky. The dogs are all asleep on the couch with him right now. So, yeah.
I know we had kind of wanted to talk about, our Samhain plans.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to be doing a dumb supper and making a plate for her. And one of the things that I've kind of been musing on is I'm actually going to put a little circle in the place that she passed over. Most of you guys know she passed over in my home. In my witchy room, actually, right by the front door. And so I feel like October 29th is the 1-year anniversary of her passing. And I feel like I'm probably going to go ahead and make a circle for her out of some candles. And I am going to put a sweet potato out for her and just ask for, I know that she's peaceful. I know this. But I just, want her to feel that I still love her and I still think about her every fucking day. It's my turn now, right?
All right.
But I'm going to do this for her and let her know that she is remembered, not just by me, but by a lot of people. And yeah, and then I'm going to be doing a separate dumb supper actually on Samhain Eve for her, but also for my grandmother and some other people that I have. So.
Yeah.
And then ritual.
It'll be a weird Samhain for me. I'm used to circling with others. When I lived in Denver, I taught at and worked with College of Wicca and Old Lore.
Mm.
And, and we had a big, Samhain was big. It was one of our open circles where you could invite
Nice.
people. But we did, we'd have goddesses embodied people drawing down the deity, different rooms, different sections. So, and practicing solitary for me is difficult because I'm used to more Episcopalian stuff, right? Bigger ritually stuff. So, but I'm gonna put some stuff out. I have things like my dad loved German chocolate cake, so I try to get him a slice of German chocolate. Mama will have to see. Mama was she loved okra and tomatoes over rice. Okay.
That is the Louisiana coming out.
Her roots are showing. And she was a Texas girl, but man, she loved Louisiana. But I'll probably do something like that for her. And but yeah, I put stuff out, and we used to do when we did it in our own coven. We had a table where everybody came, but we had 5 chairs that were left empty, and one had a Coast Guard hat at it, one had a Navy hat at it, one had an Army, Air Force, and Marines. We had because my partner at the time was ex-military, so it was very important that we honor the honored dead. So, and we used to see people come to those.
That's really a nice way to think about that. It's kind of a given for me. And, it's interesting that you said it's hard to practice solitary when you're used to practicing, with open circles, because I'm thinking, I've always been solitary, and it's hard for me to imagine practicing in a circle. It's something I will want to experience at some point, but the thought of it kind of makes me feel a little bit apprehensive, like, ooh, because I'm apprehensive about sharing my energy with other people. And I can imagine, like, if you are coming from an open circle down to a solitary, it probably is a little bit of the same feeling with, ooh, it's intense.
It is, and it's because the way I practice, I call quarters, I cast circle 3 different ways. It's freaking involved whether it's one person or 25.
Right.
It's a big deal, and it was easier when I had a coven because, okay, Ember, you're calling south. Joe, you're calling, whatever. And we'd have other members. We were the high priest and high priestess, but we would have other members do circle. We would step back and say, you step forward and do these things because it's good experience in our path. We're Wiccan, so there's a sense that you can do a certain way of ritual.
Right. As you're saying that too, it really makes sense in a way I'm kind of a control freak, so practicing solitary allows me to play that out because I get to control everything. But, ritual can be exhausting too because you have a lot of, especially if you are Wiccan or if you practice in a really stylized way, it kind of sounds like when you practice in a circle and you have a lot of people, it almost sounds like you may not be as spiritually exhausted because you have help in creating that experience, and it's not just all up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it is because, and you have that passing of energy. And before I do a ritual of that nature, I eat very lightly the day of ritual. I do what's called a salt bath. I'm probably going to do a video on how I do salt bathing. I'll be talking about it. I won't be demonstrating it.
Oh, no, we want the video.
There will be no 5-fold kissing on the video.
Your husband would probably have a huge issue with that.
Yeah. But, yeah, so there's a whole lot of stuff it's the same when I do a tarot reading. I do certain things that put me into what I call a ritual state of mind. Right. That kind of go drop in. But, so it's different. I've actually skipped some rituals. I've skipped some Sabbats and just said, Happy Ostara, and gone with it.
Yeah, I had that happen. Right after I lost Gracie last year, I had all these plans in my mind that I was going to do a Yule ritual and I was going to do certain things, and I just didn't have it in me. And I just, I basically said, hey, Morgan, I'm sorry. I hope you don't feel dishonored, but I would rather do nothing than do it half-assed. And I would rather you just know this is where I'm at and I leave it to you. And I think sometimes you have to do that. I feel like that's emotionally honest, but I also feel like, I'm kind of a perfectionist and a control freak too. And that, to me, that does feel more, it feels more honest just to kind of own this is the headspace I'm in and I really can only do this right now. And, I think that's okay. I think that's okay because really, isn't our spiritual practice really about learning honesty on every level?
It's a more authentic way. And just step into circle and half-ass it. I couldn't do Litha or summer solstice for a while because my mom died on the 19th of June.
Oh, wow.
So it was just too much for me because I would connect the two events, and while they weren't connected, I would just immediately go,
yes,
and lock them in. So, but yeah, I think it's a better way. I think, and I don't think that, now you talked about being an atheist witch in your Tuesday chat this morning, which I loved because I'm so not an atheist witch.
Right. And again, this is a great example. You and I are very different kinds of witches. Mm-hmm. But we have had a friendship for a long, long time. We've always been able to go, that doesn't really work for me that way, but that's your thing and you do you and I'll do me. And this is a good example of you don't have to be the same as people to be able to experience your spirituality together. You and I have had long discussions about how we do our spirituality. And I think it's incredibly interesting to hear how someone else does it, even if it doesn't match what I do,
Exactly. I really think that it makes a healthier relationship when you have somebody in your life who isn't a carbon copy of you.
Absolutely.
They're kind of boring.
I'm just saying, if there is a Christian God and a Christian devil and you believe in the concept of hell, to me, if I ever went to hell, it would be a room full of me. It would have to be living your life with yourself, the rest of your days. Can you imagine? You would never grow. You would never experience. You would never be challenged. It would just be you,
Right before my mom died, my mom was Catholic. And she was very, very, very religious. And not in an icky way. Somebody was talking about gays once, and she popped her head out from under. It was when they had those old cone beauty shop dryers.
Oh, yes.
And Mama said, I popped my head out and said, who died and made you God? Like, Mama, you're in a small town. But she told me she was worried. She was really worried about when she died that she'd never see me again. Without missing a beat, I said, Mama, I'll get a day pass.
There you go. And that's how you do it. That's how you do. And in the grand scheme of things, I tend to think about, when I think about heaven or Summerland or the great other or our reincarnated plane or whatever happens after we leave our bodies, I think of it this way. We can know in our head based on what we've read in books or based on what we've been told. We can know that all day long, but we don't know.
Right.
You can't know until you're there. So I kind of tend to be open to everyone's interpretation of what the other is. Yeah. And whether they call it a certain thing or they experience it a certain way, okay. Okay. Yeah. I hope that the other really truly is the concept of you get to see everybody that you've ever loved, all your pets. I really hope that it is a great big ass party when you get there and they serve pizza that are calorie free.
Well, you've heard that about the pagan who died, and when they died and they saw the pearly gates in front of them, they were like, oh shit. St. Peter walked out and he went, oh, you're one of our pagan brethren, come with me, and led them around to a side gate. Said, this is the back way to your part of heaven. And he took them through to a beautiful field. Right as they're getting to the field, he sees a fiery lake and people falling from the sky and screaming. And he said, is that what's going to happen to me? He said, no, that's the Baptist. They expect it.
I love it.
Bad jokes from Arwen.
No, I love it.
But we're right at 30 minutes, girl. Do you want to wrap up? Because I don't want to.
No, it's great. I think that we should discuss online or offline, and maybe if people have input, I would love to do this on a schedule of some sort, and we can call it Witchy Wednesday or whatever. If we want to do this once a month, twice a month, whatever, I'll do whatever you want me to do. But I think this has been amazing. And I love, people sending questions in, and I think it's great. It's an excuse to talk to my girl.
And y'all just heard Ember say she would do anything I said, right?
Do you see why this bitch is nasty?
I didn't say it, you did.
Dirty minds. Dirty, dirty minds.
Actually, it was more like cleaning my closet, so. I'm doing my makeup again. Look.
Ooh,
I'm wearing
see,
Raisin Rage. I think
Raisin Rage. You guys, that Raisin Rage is that lipstick that everybody lost their mind over. Yes, that Arwen was wearing. And I'm like, girl, this is yours. You need this. Because it's like the perfect color for you. It's a perfect shade.
Yeah, I was in Vegas and said I don't have any lips. For whatever reason, I got there with no makeup whatsoever. And so she said, here, put this on. So
I said, here, take this. I don't know why I brought that either. I never wear it anymore. But I'm like, here, you need this. Take this.
Intuition at work, girl. And maybe we should talk about intuition working next time.
I think so. I think that would be a really good topic. So let's do that and we'll schedule it. And I'm so glad we did this.
Yay. I am too. Seek joy, baby.
Seek joy, you guys.
I'm going to hang up and then I'll text you.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.